Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Joe Hindy, the Android Authority app guy, and it's Friday, which means it's time for another episode of Google Play Weekly. In this week's episode, we're going to talk about a lot of awesome things that Google did this week, a new Age of Empires game that's coming this summer, and a whole lot more, so let's get started. Before we get started, I just want to say congratulations to all the teams that made the Stanley Cup playoffs. The Montreal Canadiens are the only team in Canada to make the playoffs. Fun fact, did you know that the Canadiens were the last Canadian team to win the Stanley Cup playoffs, and that was back in 1993. That means the last time a Canadian team won a Stanley Cup, Jace Broda had hair. Okay, so let's get into some news this week. First up this week is a deal between Samsung and Amazon that gets Galaxy device owners free eBooks. Okay, so what's happening is Amazon is releasing an official Kindle application specifically for Samsung devices. It'll have all the standard features of the regular Android app except for one really nifty part where Amazon plans on giving away 12 free ebooks per year to people who use the Samsung version of the Kindle app. If you want to try it out, it should be available for Galaxy devices right now running Android 4.0 and up. It's a fairly solid deal if you own a Samsung device and read ebooks on a fairly regular basis. There's no word yet if there are any limitations to your free ebook selections, but a quick way to find out is to grab the app and see for yourself. The highly popular and iconic Age of Empires franchise is going to be making its way to Android sometime this summer. Awesome. Unfortunately, not a lot is known yet about the upcoming Age of Empires mobile game. We do know that it's coming this summer, and what you're viewing right now is from the teaser trailer released earlier this week. Given that it's a mobile game, I'd say it looks pretty good, and I can't wait to give this one a review. It will feature historical figures such as Joan of Arc, Attila the Hun, King Arthur, and others. It also boasts being able to team up with others and battle against others, so there will be multiplayer support. It looks really exciting, but as we all know, some poorly thought out in-app purchases can tank an otherwise amazing game, so we'll have to wait and see how this turns out. So as you guys probably know by now, I love me a good Humble Bundle, and there's a pretty decent one going on right now. Featured in this Humble Bundle are a number of Android games including Baggett, Erelon, Sword and Shadow, R-Type 2, The Room 2, The Cave, and Carcassonne. As per the norm, you can pay whatever you want and get the first 3 titles. If you fork over the average, which is $4.51 at the time of this video, then you'll get all 6 games. It's worth noting that all 6 games would set you back about $20 if you bought them individually in the Google Play Store. As my regular viewers well know, I always encourage people to get Humble Bundles. They donate money to charity, and it gives indie developers a little attention and cash to keep bringing us games. If you're down to donate to some charity and hungry developers and get 6 games in the process, check out the written companion where we'll have a link to the Humble Bundle. So a potential Google Plus redesign link made its way around social media this week. Let's take a quick look at it. Last week we talked briefly about the various Google app redesigns that Google may be doing. This week a new Google Plus development build leak seemed to shine some more light as to which design may be the accurate one. As you can see, the design is more colorful with circular icons which seem to coincide with the Gmail screenshot that showed up on Reddit last week. Now do remember that this is a leak and not confirmed by anyone, so the final redesign could be wildly different than what we're seeing here. One thing is for sure, and that's that Project Hera is coming up, and with all these redesign leaks, it looks like the next version of Android is going to be very interesting. In our last bit of news this week, Google Calendar got itself a pretty big update. The update began rolling out earlier this week and now allows you to search for and set real locations for meetings. It doesn't seem like that big of a deal for some, but this is something that's been available in the web interface for a long time, but not the application. If you're a person who regularly schedules meetings on Google Calendar and they have different venues, then this could be a wildly useful feature. So who wants to see some trending applications? As usual, if you want to check any of these applications out, you can find the links in the written companion, which is in the video description below. First up this week is Domo Icons. This icon pack is from the well-known and respected developer CoveDev and features more than 1,650 icons, a cloud-based wallpaper gallery, a category-based icon library, and Muzai live wallpaper support. It's $1.99, and for that many icons, that's not really a bad deal. If you're in the hunt for a new icon pack, give these a shot. Farfaria is an application that lets you download and read children's books. It features over 600 books that you can download whenever and either read to your kids or let your kids read on their own. It does require a subscription, which may deter some people, but they do give you a trial so you can see what it's like first. They add new books every weekday, and once you've bought in, you can download and read any book in the library. This is a great application if you have younger kids because reading is good. Today Calendar was released this last week to highly positive reviews. It's based on the AOSP calendar but makes a number of visual and performance improvements, the most notable of which is the more modern design with color accents. The developers also include widgets as a separate download that have also been redesigned. If you like the AOSP calendar but wish it looked a little different, this is an app to try out. Part of the awesome week Google has been having includes the release of Chrome Remote Desktop. As the name implies, this allows you to mirror your desktop onto your Android device so that you can manage your desktop from your mobile. It seems to work pretty well for most people, but there are some quirks and incompatibilities here and there. Thankfully, it's free, so you don't lose anything by trying it out. The new Google Camera was released this last week, and it's really been the talk of the week. I reviewed Google Camera, and we'll have that linked here at the end of the video and in the video description below, so I won't spend too much time talking about it now. Google Camera is a simple camera application with a refreshingly simple and active interface with some fun features like lens blur. Check out the full review for more details. For even more of the latest Android app news, check out AndroidAuthority.com and hit up the app section at the top. There we have news, reviews, app lists, and the indie app of the day where we take a quick look at some awesome applications brought to us by indie devs. Head to the site right now to get started. Once again, I'm Joe Handy, the Android Authority app guy. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and if you want to follow Android Authority, myself, or the rest of the video team, you can find our social media links in the video description below. If you're hanging out for a minute, we have a couple of awesome videos for you to watch right over there, including my review of Google Camera, as well as Jace Broda's most recent Android Authority Q&A. Finally, don't forget to check out the written companion in the video description below for all the download links and all of the source links. As usual, thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day.